Hi, I'm Chris Curran, author of Leap Beyond Your Limits, and I'm also a member of Running on Love.
And I'm Lori Sperber. I am the founder and president of Running on Love, a registered 501c3 charity. You can make it a resolution that this is the year that you're going to complete your first marathon or half marathon, and that you're going to devote it to a charity of your own choosing and in honor of somebody special that you love. What a resolution. And you know, a lot of people might sign up to run a marathon to lose a few pounds, but if you run a marathon as a charity run and do it in honor of someone you love, you'll lose the few pounds, but you'll get so much more in return than just weight loss. The love will just flow back into your life. The magic will flow back into your life in ways that are completely unexpected. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, when I first signed up to do my first marathon, which ended up being a half marathon, for a couple years before that, I kept saying, you know, I really need to start working out. I really need to start working out. And that's what you hear around New Year's, right? For resolutions. People are like, oh, I'm a couch potato. I got to do something. It's funny. When I went to the Running on Love website and registered to run my race, I actually started practicing and running and becoming active. I would just find myself, you know, 3-4 times a week going outside, walking. I started walking. I didn't even run at the beginning. But it was really a good impetus to get out there and do something, because when you know that there's this big event coming and you're gonna be out there, you know you have to prepare.
It's a good pressure. It's the kind of pressure we all need in our life. And I remember when you first started running, that first time we ran together, I tricked you, actually.
You know, you are very tricky at times, Lori. Very sneaky. You know, we were running side by side, and she's talking, and it wasn't all her talking. I was talking too. It was a conversation. And before I knew it, we had run, 45 minutes or something? Yeah, when the most I had ever run before that was like 17 minutes.
Yes.
And I looked at my watch. I said, 45 minutes. And I actually felt okay. So it's funny how your mind...
Well, yeah, it's a mind control thing, yes. I would say running a marathon is probably more than 50% mental. You know, if you do the training, you just have to overcome the mental blocks that tell you, I can't do this.
I heard a good saying. Someone said, running a marathon is 90% mental and 10% mental.
And then when you're done, you feel every ache and pain and you think, man, am I mental. But what I have to tell you is there's such pleasure when you finish. It's so extraordinary that you want to do it again and again. At least that's what happened to me. I don't know. How about you?
That's exactly what happened to me. I was running the half marathon, my first half marathon ever. I ran the first half way too fast. Felt great. Just ran way too fast. The second half, which is about 6.5 miles, I was dead. And I would have to stop and walk. But I was okay. I kept running. I had so much conviction that I would finish this race. I was going to finish no matter what. And toward the end, I was thinking to myself, you know what? Why am I doing this? I'm never going to run a full marathon. This is crazy. I was like, all these running people are nuts. This isn't for me. This is crazy. So I crossed the finish line for the half marathon with that feeling that I'm not going to run the full marathon, which was my original goal. And I'd say within about 20 or 30 minutes, I was back into thinking that I would run the full marathon.
Remember when you finished, I went up to you and I'm like, so Chris, we're going to run a full one next time. And you were like, give me some time to think about it. But here you are, right?
Yeah.
Run your full marathon. Yeah.
And it hasn't been easy because like you, I'm never a runner and not even super athletic. I mean, I played baseball, but that's like probably the most non-athletic sport there is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, Chris, say, oh, Lori, you're a runner. I'm not a runner. I run on love. And the truth is, there's many mornings I cannot get out of bed to motivate myself to go running, but then I think, oh, I'm running on love, I'm the president of Running on Love, I'm running a half marathon in 3 weeks, and I better get out there and train. And I force myself, and I finally get out there, put on my running gear, and the first mile or two doesn't feel so hot. But after a few miles, you start limbering up and warming up, and then it starts to feel good. And the real wonderful feeling comes over you after you're done your run. I don't know if you agree with me. It's like you're done your run, you get in the shower, you take a nice hot shower, and when you're done, it's like, you know, that runner's high, that feeling of, you know, complete peace. And that's what I love about it. But you don't really have to be an athlete to enjoy the results of running long distance. Do you agree?
That's what I agree. That's what I've learned, is that long distance running is different than really sports or sprinting or anything like that.
And you're competing with yourself. It's not like I'm racing you or you're racing me and, you know, what was your finish time, Chris? You know, like, I'm not trying to beat you in anything. I'm trying to really PR, which is my own personal record. You know, I'm trying to improve, self-improvement. So